I only got to say, it's just Voyage is just like a decent map. I could really say it can be better than some of the worst maps, like Transit or Time Rise, or even, excuse me, or freaking not Revelations. I don't know. Voyage is just a weird, complicated map. It's really not hard to understand the map of how it works. Excuse me, it shows the beginning of how Voyage begins. When you're introduced to our four characters, Bruno, Shaw, Scarlet, and Diego, who are here on a boat, which is the Titanic. They're trying to find the safe where the captain, I'm assuming, which is a priest dude, a part of the order or something. That they're trying to look for the Sentinel artifact. You know, the stuff that turns people into zombies. Yeah, they're trying to do that and trying to rescue Scarlett's dad. So we're in this journey to rescue her dad, but we don't know what happened to her until we found out that the Order took her, or took him. But as we see that they successfully secured the Sentinel artifact, but one of the members of the Order managed to take the two pieces to order to connect them to order to like turn people into zombies. So I kind of like this new and not like, how do I say this? Like, I like the introduction to how zombies are made. This is can't talk today. This is like a separate storyline, which it is. But I like how they decided to go with this change of how the zombies are made. Before, we only have the Ether, and the Ether storyline is just basically Element 115 that resurrected the dead. But now we have a Sentinel artifact. It could be like a 2,000-year-old artifact that if you connect two pieces together, it can turn living people back into zombies. So I kind of find that to be a neat little touch and a neat little introduction to know that the Sentinel artifact makes people living or dead into zombies. Well, I don't know about dead people, but living people, yeah, that's confirmed there. Now we get to the map layout. It is atrocious. It is terrible. I don't understand why they made some of the places are easy to remember, like where you spawn, the poop deck, the boiling room. But my understanding is why did they had to do like the grand case or whatever, you know, the stairs that you keep going all the way down till you get to the or not the raw perk, all the way down to the artifact where you had to activate Pack-a-Punch, one of the Pack-a-Punch stones. I kind of don't like that transition of the Pack-a-Punch goes into 4 different places. I meant they could have just stuck with one, but you know, we got 4 and they move around, which is not a good thing. But the goal is so simple. You just go to the opposite map, you activate the Sentinel artifact, and then you find 4 stones, which could be one where you activate the Sentinel artifact, one right under the poop deck where the boiling room is. That's where the either Odin or Zeus perk is. And what else? And you got Spawn, and you got all the way down the Grand Staircase. I haven't played that map in a while. I managed to get to around 50 and do the Easter egg. It's pretty hard if you don't understand the map layout that well. You have to play a couple of games, at least 5 games max. But if you need like people like to help you or guide you, then go right ahead, play with your friends. The map layout, it's just, I don't know. They could have like cut off some certain things because there's like those certain places like the front entrance where Spawn is, where the rooms are. You can easily get killed because the rooms are so close cornered that you won't be having that much room to maneuver around. You only have like a little bit of movement to go, so you can't able to freaking avoid the zombies, which is cry atrocious. But yeah, let's not talk about too much of the map now because I haven't gotten the other halves of the thing. I like the introduction of the homunculus. I feel like it's a better version of the monkey bomb, and somewhat of a better version of the little Arnies, because unlike the little Arnies, they can attract every single type of zombies, which is good. I like the Kraken. Kraken is one of the best wonder weapons. I made a video about that, link in the description. I just basically said that the Kraken is the best wonder weapon because it's a powerful weapon. It takes some shots, but it does infinite damage, to my understanding. And you can change it to 4 different variants: acid, fire, water, acid, fire, water, and lightning. So basically, you have unlimited of ammo because a lot of catalysts spawn. And the catalysts, they introduced these catalyst zombies in a weird way, because out of those 24 zombies, 1 or 2 are going to transform to these different types of zombies, which is catalysts. You got the water one, which is blue, and it only attacks you once. It follows you around, and it kind of like doesn't follow you for a second and comes back. Acid, you'll get, it's a green type of zombie. It's just clouds your vision just a little bit, but you'll get an indicator showing that there's an acid zombie. Fire ones, they're just basically a dimmer down version of napalm zombies. I don't know if this is good or not. If they explode you, they don't do that much damage as the regular napalm zombies would, because I think they only do like 50 or even 50 or even like less than that of damage towards you, because if it's the last one to chase you, it just basically explodes, or you can just shoot it until it explodes, just like the regular ones in Shangri-La. Now you got the freaking lightning ones. One thing, just kill them, because if they scream at you, your vision is going to be like blurry. It's going to like turn white for like a second or two, and you don't know what's going on. And I find that pretty fun, pretty dumb. So I feel like they should nerf it a little bit. I don't like the introduction to Blight Fathers. I feel like they should have been on 9, because 9 actually gave us a good introduction towards the Blight Fathers. I feel like they've done it properly on 9 instead of Voyage, but you know, we have them. Stokers are not too bad of a boss. It's like a fire version of Brutus, but he doesn't have the shaking effect. He only throws fire at you, which is kind of annoying, just like Brutus with his screen shaking, but we have those. Coming down to the Easter eggs. Easter egg, I find this pretty... I don't want to like hate on this map anymore, but the Easter egg is somewhat okay-ish, because it's ridiculous of how you get all this. Mainly because the steps, I remember some of them. You gotta turn on the Sentinel artifact, pack a punch, do the clock step, kill the zombies, kill like certain zombies, the water, fire, all that into certain outlets, do 4 challenges, and that's when you freaking take a acid Kraken, shoot pipes, pack a punch the artifact, and freaking do the freaking astronomy step, which is so ridiculous. When you have to shoot the planets, a little orb is going to come down. Zombies spawn right up there. So if you shoot a Saturn and like the drop spawns in like a millionaire sweeps or something, you're gonna have good luck, because Stokers spawn there too. I found that to be pretty ridiculous. And then once you do that, once you get the sun, you'll hold X on it. You'll have this I think like a 5-minute thing where you have to go back to the opposite map. You go back to spawn, go all the way back to the opposite of the freaking map. You have icebergs anywhere that you gotta shoot them down, and then all the way at the end of the iceberg in the poop deck, you have to keep shooting it more and turn your screen until your screen turns white, and then you'll be able to enter into the boss fight. It's kind of amazing that I still remember these steps. It's just more detailed, and I'm not gonna make a guide. You should just look up Noah J, Mr. Dalek, or Waffles. But in the boss fight, it has 5 stages. I find the stages to be ridiculous, because the first 2, all you gotta do is survive The eye does nothing. The eye just freaking stares at you. And then the third and the fourth challenge is when you have to damage the eye. Damage the eye and survive, which is atrocious. Because if you don't have 2 people protecting the other 2, shooting at the eye, I don't know. You need better communication and better teamwork in order to do this Easter egg. And the boss fight itself, I don't like this boss fight at all. I don't like this boss fight at all, because it has the potential to one-hit anybody if they don't have Dying Wish. If you don't have Dying Wish, you're screwed. And if your Dying Wish already activated, you're screwed. Because basically, it's going to make this weird noise that it's going to charge up. But if you don't do a certain amount of damage to the eye, it can knock out everybody. If you guys already used your Dying Wish, that's game over. But if you haven't, you better like hope to God you'll friggin' shoot the eye, because that's all you gotta do. The eye is gonna shoot you, and that's when you have your chance to shoot the eye back. The only thing is, it's just the freaking rocket launcher is the powerful weapon right now that can be able to do a lot of damage. I'm telling you, use the rocket launcher. I think it was the Helion Savos. I think that's how you pronounce it. You use that at any boss, it's gonna go quick. Even the boss fight that I just did, it took me 20 games, and I finally got to the part where I freaking beat the eye, because using regular guns is not going to do damage to the eye. It will, but it's going to take a lot of ammunition, and you always have the potential to freaking die from the eye, the eye freaking charging up. If you don't do damage, it's gonna one-shot you. That's the part that I don't like, because we're over here, because not only that, you also have zombies chasing you around. So literally, the game is asking you to split almost 30 minutes or an hour, splitting your life apart when you need a freaking Helion and a freaking Homunculus, and a Kraken as well. If you don't have those 3 as your items, you're basically not gonna survive this boss fight. If you manage to do that, I tip my hat to you, okay? Because doing the boss fight, it's ridiculous, and I feel like Treyarch shouldn't just add that one kill on the eye. It's just ridiculous. And what if it's people's first time? Like, I think Noah's the first one who did it, and I'm surprised that I think he did get one shot from the eye and his Dying Wish activated. I'm not too sure, but yeah. And from the intro or outro cutscene, our characters looked at this weird symbol location, or I don't know what's it called, and so the whole ship starts to sink. I don't like it at all, because if it's supposed to represent Titanic, it should be having the saddest cutscene that we've seen. If you guys have watched the original Titanic movie, you guys should know what I'm going to say. It's really sad to witness people dying from a ship, because on the original Titanic, only a certain amount of people were survived because there was boats for them. But in original, we just see but in Voyage, we just see everybody in boats and everybody's safe. I don't know why they didn't show the true climatic of the Titanic. I don't know why they did that, but now, at the end, we see that Bruno is part of the Order, or the Eye, or part of the Priest Order, or whatever, because he has the red line in his forehead, so he's part of that. So I'm assuming down the DLC, Bruno, in one of those DLCs, is going to betray the 3 other characters, Shaw, Diego, and Scarlet, and kill Alistair. I don't know. It's just many predictions of how this Easter egg is going to go out, including its DLC's counterparts. But let me know what you guys think about Voyage of Despair. If it's a good map, if it's a bad map, or if it's, I'm going to say this, if it's an okay-ish map, tell me why in the comments, because I don't feel like it deserves the title to be neither good or neither bad map. It's kind of like a okay-ish average map, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, and my name is Syndigus239, I am signing off. Peace.